it's Tawney. I have been like filming a lot lately and I'm very excited because I have a lot of really good ideas for videos, stuff that I've like kind of been thinking about but just haven't really had like enough to get a full video going. So I'm finally getting some stuff coming out and like the juice is flowing and I'm very excited. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 celebrity and potentially influencer brands that I most likely will not be purchasing from for various reasons. Some because I don't like the people and some because I'm just not inspired by what they're putting out. And I kind of want to share those thoughts with you. And I also want to get your input in the comment section down below just to kind of see like what your guys' thoughts are. Are there any brands you'd like to hear my opinion on? There's a lot of brands out there, but I kind of wanted to split the video up so I could do a series and just kind of like really, get a couple videos going so you're not overloaded in one video, so you can have a couple videos, and to make the videos a little bit shorter, because I know sometimes people don't like hour-long videos. They prefer like 10-20-minute videos, which I'm totally okay with either way, but I want to do what you guys are interested in, because if you're not watching, then what's the point of me doing this? So today we're going to be talking about 5 brands that influencers or celebrities have come out with that I will not be purchasing from. The first one is Kind Science, and this is a brand by Ellen DeGeneres. She partnered up with Victoria Jackson, who has kind of been in the skincare CEO realm. She's kind of come out with different brands and been doing different things, so she kind of knows the business side, whereas Ellen just knows the money, I'm famous side. I kind of feel like Ellen's doing this for money because her show's being canceled, although she is getting an animated show, which I'm a little eh. I'm on the whole cancel Ellen train. I just think Ellen has done some really crappy things to people in the past. The Dakota Johnson thing and also the Michelle Obama incident. If you don't know of those, look those up because they're very integral in why people don't like Ellen in general. So if you not just me, there's plenty of people who don't really care for her just because of how she has, acted around other people and how she has treated other people. Is just not really the best way that we want people to be treated, especially on a show that you're welcoming guests. She's just not very welcoming. And also look up the whole Nikki Tutorials incident because, oh boy, there's some stuff there. But getting back to her line, she has a skincare line called Kind Science, and it's a natural approach which has a lot of clean ingredients and very minimal but very good for the environment, good for your skin, very good type products. I remember when TrendMood first posted the pictures about this brand, kind of that the brand was coming out, I wasn't interested in the slightest, and I'm not interested because I don't really like Ellen, but I'm also not interested because skincare is not something I'm really gung-ho about. I'm not a Hiram about skincare. I am more of I wash my face and I use cleanser after my makeup, and that's kind of as far as I go. I've been trying some new skincare recently and working on it, but I'm just kind of struggling with it because it's not something I'm super passionate about. I struggle to really get that motivation to actually use it. So this is just a line that I feel I wouldn't ever even reach for or even think about. So the fact that it has Ellen even makes it less appealing for me. So it's one that I'm probably not going to be getting. Another one that I'm very on the fence about is REM Beauty, which is Addison Rae's beauty line, which if you don't know, Addison Rae is a TikToker who got famous doing dances. She had seen other influencers and dancers and TikTokers doing these dance videos, and she recreated them and got famous off of them. And not to say she's not original, but she kind of took a lot of the dances from other people who created them and never gave she got paid for that, even though these people were the ones actually doing the work. She just kind of learned to dance and went with it and wore baggy clothes and looked kind of pretty, and everybody seemed to fawn over her instead. I don't get the hype. I'm not into TikTok. I'm not into the TikTok dancers, not into TikTok influencers in general. I just honestly feel I'm only 25, almost 26, and I feel I'm too old for that. It's not for me. It's not for me. So whenever I saw she was coming out with a beauty line, I was just a little bit I'm not sure I'm interested in this. I'm not sure it's for me. Seeing some of the products though, I'm a little bit I don't know, the eyeshadow palette. You'll be seeing the pictures up here. Very pretty. The lip, I think they're glosses. They look really nice. I know she has skincare as well as the cosmetic line. And again, I'm not really big into skincare, so that's not something I would go with. But we've seen multiple celebrities try and do skincare products and skincare lines, and it just fall really flat and not go anywhere. So I don't really trust that she would actually have a good skincare line. I don't know like if she's working with specific dermatologists or doctors that can actually put out good products, but to me, I just wouldn't trust getting those types of things because I just don't feel like it's good for your skin enough that it's worth your money, regardless of if it's cheap or expensive and regardless of whose like name is on it. But I wanted to read off a little bit about the makeup line so you could kind of see like what the brand is about. This was in their like about me section. It says, in with the good, we level up your makeup by infusing clean science-backed ingredients and skin-soothing beauty boosters like botanical extracts, plant-based oils, and hydrating conditioners so you look and feel 100% about every item every time. Bye to the bad. We don't mess around when it comes to what your skin doesn't need. We develop clean, dermatologist-tested formulas without any of the bad stuff like talc, parabens, phthalates, or mineral oil, to name a few. Made with love. We heart the planet and its fur babies. Our products are vegan friendly and we are always cruelty free. Plus, we use responsibly, ethically, and sustainably sourced formulas whenever possible. Now, I'd like to see a little bit of information backing up these claims instead of just her saying that like, hey, we're being great, we're like doing everything you're asking for. Like, it's great that she's actually doing that and like cares about that, but I'd also like to see a little bit of like legit statistics that show that she's actually doing this, because a lot of people like to greenwash where they claim to be doing good things but they're actually not. It's a whole big problem in the whole environmentally friendly world that just kind of like needs to be like, people need to do it or not do it. They don't need to be wishy-washy and claim to do it but then not actually put in any effort, because it's not good for the environment and it's not going to save the planet. Switching to the next one is Keys Soul Care, which is Alicia Keys' skincare line. And I, again, don't really care for skincare. I know a lot of these brands are typically skincare, and you know, you get the big difference between skincare and makeup line, and I kind of feel like some brands don't always like get in the middle of that. They don't quite like meet in the middle where like the products are good for you, but they're also giving you some coverage, and they're not just like an ointment or a cleanser that you're putting on your face, because we already have those and we already have what we like. We don't need a brand to come out with things that are just pushing another product into the market, because at that point it starts to turn into products that the influencer or celebrity and the creator of this brand wants, and the brand just becomes them pushing out products they wanted to make. You know what I mean? Like, I've talked about this before in different videos, but I feel like some people have like an agenda of what they want their brand to be and what kind of products they want, so those are the products that gets pushed out onto everybody else, regardless of if that's what people are actually wanting. And I feel like skincare is a very oversaturated market now, and it's like just getting increasingly worse as more influencers and celebrities kind of get involved. Keys Soul Care says that they use clean formulas and are formulated with potent yet gentle ingredients and without 1,680 substances restricted by the FDA and European Union cosmetics regulation guidelines, which is really interesting that she included the European guidelines, because I know European guidelines and American guidelines are very different, and European guidelines allow more, but they also restrict more, but they allow good stuff and they prevent bad stuff. United States just like pushes all the bad stuff out, but says that they're blocking stuff. Like, it's kind of weird, the difference, and it's something really interesting to actually look into. I noticed that Keys Soul Care is very into spiritual and just those kind of like thoughtful type practices within their brand. It says they do body, spirit, mind, and connection. Be your most beautiful self inside and out. Find a piece of peace within yourself. Feed your curiosity and elevate your awareness. Discover inspiration and community. So it's kind of an interesting like take. Like, I feel like she's getting more on that spiritual level, which is kind of interesting. And I feel like if you're into that, that's really something that like people are more like, they would gravitate towards this brand because those are her views and opinions. And I think that's a kind of an interesting thing that she like is, not that she went with, but just how like she, you know, that's what she's thinking, because most brands like don't think about that sort of thing. And that's something that's like really interesting to me. So that kind of like levels this brand up a little bit more than just saying like they're clean and they're eco-friendly and, you know, they don't use chemicals, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's nice, but like, what more does your brand stand for? And I also noticed that Keys Soul Care had a a charity that they donate to or they support that was listed at the bottom of their About Me, which was kind of interesting. I know some brands tend to do that, but this one just kind of felt like she was really like, okay, while you're supporting me, we'd also like to see you support this thing, which helps other people. And I'm not sure what it was for. I'll try and put a screenshot up here for you guys to see, just so you're kind of aware of like what their mission really stands for, which I feel like is really good and really like a good thing whenever influencers can actually support somebody else instead of just like, hey, it's about me and getting money. Like there's actually a cause behind it. So it makes you feel a little bit better about supporting them. Next up is the brand Pleasing by Harry Styles. And I have to say, I like Harry Styles. I just recently went to a concert of his. Great. He is a very good performer. I have to say, he puts on a really good show. Even if you're not a great big fan, or even if you don't know all the songs, even if you're not really into his style of music, it's still a really good show that like is actually worth, you know, being a part of and like being involved with. Not that I was involved, but like I went to the concert. His brand has, I believe, nail polishes, and there's different like serums and skin products. And then I believe he's also going to be coming out with makeup, and it's sort of geared more toward men, but it's mainly labeled as being like non-gender conforming type makeup. So it's made for anybody and everybody, which I think is really cool that there's more brands coming out like that, because a lot of brands are very feminine or masculine and there's no in between, and there's a lot of in between people that would like to purchase things but they don't want to get like super pink makeup, or they don't want manly stuff that smells kind of gross. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's some feminine people that like masculine looking things but they don't want to smell like a man. You know what I mean? So I think this is a really interesting brand. It says they are vegan and cruelty free, and their range currently comprises of 6 products. So they have 4 nail polishes, a dual rollerball lip and eye serum, and a facial serum, which is a very interesting that like they have the rollerball lip and eye serums, because I feel like the eye serum is popular, but the lip serum not so much. So I'd be interested to see if that actually is like, if it does anything, you know? And it says their prices are ranging from $20 to $75. And their products were available for pre-order, but when I went on their website, you could no longer pre-order anything, which is really cool that like people are supporting him. But I think a lot of people are supporting him because they like him, not because they actually like are interested in the products, which you'll find in a lot of like influencer and celebrity brands, is that you're supporting the person, not buying the makeup because you want it. You know what I mean? Like you're more just buying from that person regardless of what you're getting. This is a brand that doesn't really speak to me. It doesn't quite seem like it's my thing, and that's okay. Not all brands have to really be your thing. They're meant for certain people and not other people, and that's okay. And there's other brands out there that are for me, and I'm totally okay with that. And I think it's a really interesting brand, and I really like the approach he took, that he's just kind of like coming out with good products instead of just like, here, buy my stuff and give me money. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't seem like he's quite interested in that. But for me personally, I just don't know that I would like go and like actively try this stuff. It's just not my thing. And the final beauty line I want to talk about is REM Beauty by Ariana Grande. And the reason she did the REM as her title is that I read on her like About Me page, it said that REM is like the state of sleep where your like mind is the most like, I guess, gone, like you're the most asleep, and it allows you to like dream and have like really like vivid, you know, pictures in your brain. And it's like, it's the state of sleep where you're dreaming and you're like completely asleep, you're completely under. It's like the most crucial state of sleep that you could be in terms of like, there's like 4 or 5 different stages. This is like the most important. And this is typically what you get in from like 1 o'clock on, like 1 to 5 or something like that, like in the evening, if you're, you know, sleeping from like 9 or 10 at night to like 5, 6 in the morning kind of a thing. REM Beauty was created to empower you with the tools you need to bring your most vivid, limitless, and creative dreams to life. Our products blend otherworldly ideas with real-world innovation to inspire you to explore what creativity means to you. And I think this is a really interesting take on makeup. It's kind of giving me Lady Gaga vibes, not so much Ariana Grande vibes. Like Ariana Grande's makeup line seems like it would be more like Item Beauty and not so much like REM Beauty. Like REM Beauty seems like what we thought Lady Gaga's line would be, but instead we got Lady Gaga's line and like House Labs, and people aren't really impressed with that one, but that's not what we're here to talk about. I think some of the products for Ariana Grande's line are interesting. I'm not particularly fond of the packaging or the pressing of the eyeshadows and the highlighters. They're just not for me, but I know there's other people out there that actually really think it's cool. It's just personally not my vibe. I've never been into space stuff, so I can't really say that this is like, you know, maybe if I were into that, I'd be really interested in this makeup line. I think out of all of these, this might be one that I would consider purchasing from because the prices actually aren't bad, but I'm just not really like sucked in like I thought I would be. Like, everybody's doing video reviews on her line, and I'm just like, I don't think I'm going to buy any of this stuff. There's nothing wrong with buying from her, and there's nothing wrong from wanting to try the line and actually being excited for the makeup. For me, it's just not something I'm interested in, and that's kind of what I wanted to like do with this whole video, is that it's just my personal opinion. I really don't want anybody to be upset or angry at me for having my opinion and for feeling this way about brands, because it doesn't mean the brand is bad. It doesn't mean the person behind the brand is necessarily bad, even if I think it is or think they are. It's just my personal opinion, and these are just brands I personally wouldn't buy from. Let me know what brands you don't want to buy from in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell down below so you get notified when I upload the next video. I can't wait to see you then, guys. Bye!